You could come to Canada, you could get a job, a good, decent job, and live like a king. You could work hard and do nothing but prosper. You could probably even get your family up here, but no, you come up here to deal drugs. So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Me or another police officer is going to arrest you, you're gonna go to jail, and you're going to be deported. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Stop selling drugs. Tell all your friends.
Welcome to Vancouver's downtown Eastside, where an extraordinary squad of police officers engage in an ongoing battle to keep control of one of the toughest beats anywhere in North America.
Police, we're coming in!
Vancouver's downtown east side is known worldwide for its rampant drug addiction, extreme poverty, and homelessness. But to the dealers who prey upon the neighborhood's most vulnerable, it's a lucrative marketplace where fortunes can be made $10 at a time. For Mark Steinkamp and his beat squad, it's a constant battle to bring these dealers to justice. And over the years, the problem has become even more difficult to control.
When Toby and I first started policing this area in the late 80s and early 90s, the main drugs were heroin or Tolman or Ritalins or poor man's heroin. Stimulants like cocaine, powder cocaine were considered a rich man's drug and rarely were they found in this area. Latin American drug gangs came here and they were able to, I guess, to bring it up and drop the price of it. The problem pretty well exploded in our face.
With the availability of cheap drugs on the rise, the beat enforcement team is determined to face the problem head-on. Sergeant Steinkamp wants to shut down one of the area's main Central American gangs. Constables Constable Fisher and Tara Monroe are assigned to the task.
We don't know enough about these guys yet. Tara and I have just kind of noticed them the past few days. And there could be 6, 7, 8 boys in a family. And they'll sponsor the oldest son. The son will come up here, deal drugs, and every week they send a whack of cash home, and that son will stay until he gets caught and deported. Then the sponsor brings in the second eldest son, and they basically work through the family, and they'll work that way until the last son is done.
The two officers head up to an observation post with a clear view of the closed-off street where the drug gang's been operating.
Oh, they're all here. There's the one guy that's kind of working the mouth of the lane. And then there's another bunch of them that are opposite him on the side of the street. They approach people and then they go and they loiter up against the ledge, right? The girl with the white hat, she makes the deals. Like here, she's doing it again. Okay. Oh, so they think they're so smart, hey? They're getting themselves some little workers here. Look at her out there. She's just pounding the pavement. Okay, well, they're all leaving. I don't know where they're going. They're all heading southbound. And they're all gone. Yeah, you guys, they're not coming back. We're just gonna pull the plug and try again tomorrow.
Being a beat cop in the downtown east side often involves more than simply enforcing the law. The police also have a social mandate to educate the public.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna start off sort of on the back route. And like I said, at any time, if you guys have any questions, just ask, you know. All right.
Today, Constable Shane Aitken is taking a group of high school students on a tour of the neighborhood.
There's about 18,000 people who live down here. Of the 18,000, approximately 6,000 are addicts. Tons of drug dealing going on. They also do a lot of kidnappings and beatings and rapes and haircuttings in that hotel. What they do for women is they turn them into prostitutes or into mules. They give you a bunch of drugs and they put you out on the street and you stand there till you sell it all. And if you don't, they rape you. And that's a fact. That's the way it is. So, there you go. They're school kids from Maple Ridge.
I'm a cocaine heroin addict. I also used to be a grade 7 teacher. I spent 8 years of my life in university. I spent a lot of time getting to exactly where I want. Addiction transcends everything.
Thanks, Leon.
Okay,
It's awesome.
see ya.
Yeah. I've been on the job over 9 years. I've been down here 7.5 years, and in my time, I've only known 2 people ever to escape alive down here. Once you're here, you will never get out. The reason why all of this is here is society lacks the will to change it. Any questions?
Toby Hinton was recently promoted to acting staff sergeant and now oversees the squads that patrol the downtown East Side. It's a big adjustment after walking the beat for 2 decades.
Hey, how's it going? It's okay, 29th on. That's +1, +1, +1, +1. So what are those days? Is that like a weekend or?
Toby checks in with his former team, now led by Mark Steinkampf.
How do you find working under Steiny?
Uneventful.
Yeah.
But he's less jocular than you.
Yeah, well, he's got to work on recipe cards to come up with a few lines in advance. That's the difference. I like to be out there a little bit more than I am now, for sure, because everybody chips in and works together, and you have some unity of purpose and a common mission, and they can be fun. So it gets a little lonely in the office. Okay. That's enough of that excitement.
There's a new trainee on the beat enforcement team, and Constable Aitken has been assigned her mentor.
Ada?
Aida. Aida. It's okay, whatever it comes out is fine.
So it's good to know the first name of your recruit.
Helps.
Shane will be working with the young cadet out on the streets as part of her police academy practical training.
We go to priority calls, we go to report calls, we do all sorts of stuff down here, but down here our mandate is presence.
Okay.
For the first block, all I want you to do is just sit and watch.
Okay.
As a squad veteran, Shane is often called upon to work with new recruits. His approach is tough but effective in teaching rookies how to deal with the daily challenges that a beat cop will face.
What's the most important thing in policing?
Going home safe.
Right, which is what?
Officer safety.
Right, and whose safety? Mine?
Ours.
Are you gonna look after both of us?
Me first, then
Right. Whose safety's next after that?
you. After
Your partner.
me. My partner.
Right, whose safety after that?
The public.
No. Other officers,
Other officers, yes.
right? And who's after that?
Then the public.
Right. If we're all in the same priorities, then we're always gonna be working together.
Okay.
Constables Christy Fisher and Christiane Prévost are on the lookout for the Central American drug gang that's been operating in the neighborhood.
Let's see who's around there. Uh-oh. Black hoodie. There he is. And then I think another one went the other way. Hello? Hello?
Hi there. Please. Hands out of your pockets. Can you come over here?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi. Do you have any papers on you at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I see them?
Yeah.
Thanks. Do you live in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What happened to me?
What happened to you?
Yeah.
I think you were down there last night with other friends.
Friends?
Yeah. And then we saw you when your friend told you guys that we were here, you all went away.
What brings you down here? Why? How come you're down in this area of
Yeah,
town? Do you work in the downtown East Side? Why,
No,
why are you
just
down
play
here?
soccer and my coach is there.
Oh, you're playing soccer there. Okay. Okay.
Before letting the suspect go, Christy runs a final
I'm
check.
I'm calling immigration.
Okay.
She
Pardon
wants
me?
to confirm there are no
How do
outstanding
you
warrants
make
against
money?
him.
How do you earn money?
All right, I can't reach them right now. No way.
No, they're not answering. I left a message, so we'll see. I really hope that you really are here just to play soccer and you're not down here dealing drugs, okay? Yeah.
Have you had your little send-off for Bob Ridge? You guys are doing something, right? Are you? Or?
It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who's doing that.
Fred Oldendorf.
At police headquarters, an opportunity arises that could get Toby Hinton out of his office and back on the streets.
I like doing video work, and I'm going to fit in some video stuff with a tribute for Deputy Chief Ridge, who's recently retired. Hey, it's this guy's last day as a deputy chief.
They're kicking me out after that.
Walking around.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you're swaggering and you're very happy.
Toby's directing an ambitious film, and he's managed to enlist many of his former squad members to help out.
Good. Go out and do a hopping isosceles gun stance. Do the.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Yeah, if he leans one way, you lean the same way.
Okay.
Why are you driving like this?
It's fun.
Cut.
So our area.
Constable Shane Aitken is out on patrol with the squad's new trainee, Aida Rodriguez. A rooming house tenant has reported a domestic dispute in the building.
It's the police. We can't leave you alone until we find out how you're doing. Well, we need to check on your well-being. Are you alone? And you haven't been injured?
They have to come in.
The police are responsible for the woman's safety and are obligated to enter the apartment to check on her condition.
What were you guys fighting about?
We owe $500.
To?
They called him the devil. The guys came here to collect this morning.
The woman and her spouse were having a heated argument about a drug debt they can't afford to pay back. For the new recruit, it's a first real glimpse of life in the downtown Eastside.
We've been relapsing since our son died. And then my dad died, and my mom just died in January.
It's a drug debt issue. I guess these guys are going to be coming around in the next week. So if any guys come here looking for them, call us. Here's my card. Thanks.
Later that night, Shane is on patrol with his former sergeant, Toby Hinton.
How does being on the road compare to being a desk jockey? There's no comparison. This is way better. Yeah, this is the place to be, for sure.
You're a better man than I am, Toby. But that's why you're staff sergeant. Don't worry, we'll hold the street in trust for you. You keep climbing the corporate ladder. Eventually, one day, you'll wake up and realize you've compromised everything you've ever believed in.
Oh, that's cruel.
Here you were holding a male outside who's causing problems.
Toby, Shane, and all available units respond to a Code 3 call. During a routine drug investigation, a suspected drug dealer is threatening to stab the attending officers with what he describes as an AIDS-infected needle.
Yeah, 1213, slow cover down. There's lots of units here.
At the crime scene, the man continues to resist arrest. The police gain control of the situation and safely disarm the suspect.
Told him his cup in his hand, told me he had a needle, he was going to give me AIDS, and big fight. Tasers him, gets up from that, rips the contacts out. They get in another fight with him down here. He gets tasered again. Hey, where's Tim? Tim, where's that knife that was in his pocket? I'd keep that out for evidence, too. I wouldn't put it in his belongings. That's why he's fighting so much, eh? Oh, yeah.
As Toby and his team collect evidence at the crime scene, a few blocks away, Constable Fisher has uncovered new information about the drug gang she's tracking.
They hold a substantial amount of rock cocaine wrapped in tightly in saran in their mouth. And when they see the police, they'll swallow. Then they'll puke it up somewhere else and pick the rock cocaine out of their vomit. And away they go, selling it again.
Christie's partner, Constable Tara Monroe, positions herself across the street where she can better track the targets.
Okay, we'll slowly walk in.
The two officers move in from both sides.
Hey, you, over there, Vancouver Police.
They ID 4 men who they witnessed dealing drugs on a previous stakeout.
Hi. Okay, anything on you that you shouldn't have?
What?
Drugs? Roca?
Nothing.
Huh? La la la. Okay. Okay. All right. Does immigration know that you're in Canada?
Why?
Well, I don't know, because if they knew you were here, then you would have papers. Oh, look at all this money.
Burnaby.
Oh, smokes. What company do you work for? You don't know? They all have money, but I'm thinking they all have full bellies as well. Now that we know who you are, we are gonna watch you.
Like a big, huge meat collector, quite large.
Constable Shane Aitken and trainee Aida Rodriguez get an emergency call about an armed man making violent threats.
Okay, so he's trying to stab people with it. Is that code 3?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so lights and sirens, do a U-turn when it's safe to do so. Now you want to go into oncoming traffic? Go, drive. Step on it, step on it, let's go. So you're going, that's good, go.
Right. I'm turning left.
Now you want to put a little umph into it, but pump it up, go. Come on, push. Going straight where the Hummer is. And you want to shut her down. What do you want to do?
Tell him I'm on scene.
Yeah, use that.
So.
On scene?
On scene.
Not knowing exactly what weapon is involved, Shane prepares for the worst.
You're good? Yeah. All right.
But upstairs, other officers
right
already
there?
have the situation under control.
You gotta seize that as evidence.
Down.
Somebody said it was a barbecue steak, like a barbecuing fork.
I was thinking that.
Like a barbecuing fork, the tongs are huge. If he's trying to stab people with it, he's gonna kill them. And now all it turns out to be is a dinner fork. All right, so that lady over there is gonna be your complainant. He was committing a criminal act, assault with a weapon, but because of his mental health disabilities, and they're concerned for him, you want to get a verbal statement from her in your notebook. Just get her to tell you the story.
But did he didn't use the fork until after you came out? Yeah. So you came out to talk to him?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not charging him.
You aren't?
No, we're just taking you to the hospital.
Yeah.
Constables Fisher and Monroe's surveillance has paid off with intelligence, but they still have no arrests. By swallowing their drugs, the dealers have avoided getting caught red-handed. Christy and Tara hope to catch them off guard with a daytime stakeout.
Oh my God, this is gonna be like shooting fish in a barrel. We need to catch the buyer because they'll probably swallow as soon as they see any police. Oh my God, he's got a handful. He's a shorter, chubbier Hispanic guy. He's got a khaki green hat on. There's the spitball to the old man.
The officers witness a mouth-to-hand drug transaction and spring into action.
It's just a matter of locating our target, and we will. Yes!
The two suspects are caught by the arrest team. Tara questions the dealer, while Christy talks to the buyer.
Have you got anything on you that I need to know about, or did you swallow the drugs that you keep in your mouth? No? Have you ever been arrested before? For what?
For the same.
For the same? Are you allowed to work in Canada?
Yeah, I work all the time.
Yeah, you work all the time, but you have a work permit. Because if you don't, immigration will get very angry.
It's only a first arrest, but a dent has been made in the gang's operations. Back at Beat Enforcement Team headquarters, Christy explains her winning strategy to the squad.
Well, the mouth dealer, it was really actually quite simple.
Where's he from?
We got it Honduras.
And he's a refugee. And you've advised immigration?
Absolutely.
You wrong.
We were able to, you gotta be choosy who you pinch as the buyer to recover the drug evidence, right? Because a lot of them are fast. So it was kind of, we waited, and then it was an appropriate buyer. an older gentleman that couldn't move too fast, put it in his pocket, right? And so Steve Addison grabbed him, got the evidence bang on, and then we got Elder Cruz, who of course had swallowed his shit, but
That's all fine.
You guys being new in the staff sergeant role, some of this will be new to you guys, so we'll just go over a few issues. Thomas Howe, I'm assuming
Sergeant Toby Hinton is attending a meeting of senior personnel called by Inspector Adam Palmer.
And how are we coming with the photos for the property crime offenders? Is that a work in progress? Were you looking after that?
Sure. Toby made a decision that he wanted to become a sergeant. So when he took on that role, he had extra responsibilities, and that included a lot of administrative skills. Now he's agreed to take on this additional role as a staff sergeant, which has more administrative duties as well. So he has to balance that off, and he's got to realize that, you know, he'll still have his time on the street, but he's got to spend some time in the office as well, helping the troops behind the scenes and doing the work that needs to be done to help them do a better job.
I found it interesting, you know, what they're covering and how they're approaching things. Still not totally comfortable with half my day on my ass.
Later that afternoon, Toby takes a walk through the downtown East Side.
I need you to get up. That way I can determine whether or not I have to call an ambulance for you, okay? Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. You live on the street? Yeah. Can I get a safe ride for the unit East Hastings? Okay, so you go from high-level meetings inside the department to down-and-out Listerine drunks, back to back. And you know, the ironic thing is, I'll take a down-and-out Listerine drunk any day over an Excel spreadsheet PowerPoint presentation.
We're gonna call the project Flashpoint just because it's gonna cause a flash.
Kids, family members, and people who live and function in this area shouldn't be held hostage by a very small minority of the population.
These women are involved in what's called survival sex. They're in the sex trade to feed themselves and house themselves. I think if we got a chance to save anybody from dying down here, it'll be her.
I hope so.
It won't get you out of here, pal.